Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Rod and welcome back to Rod TV. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to men refuse to approach women in the store or at the gyms by logical dating 1 or 2. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. You feel me? Alright, let's get this started.
No, for real, because I just saw a video saying that 50% of men have never approached a woman before, but like 70% of women wish they were approached by men more. Would never.
Can you blame them though? Can you blame men? Because we've seen a lot of videos of women talking down on men, especially a man that is not considered good looking to her. It's always that's ugh. Why? That's weird. He creepy. So please, let's not do that because starting a video like this starting to piss me off.
Approach a man. Like, I don't want to be with a man who doesn't have the confidence to approach me. And if you're a beautiful girl, you know, men never approach. And the ones that do, there's no game. So we got two problems now. We got dapping up tens, going up to men, making them feel like they're the prize and they don't need to approach women anymore. And if she doesn't come up to me, then I'm not going to say anything. And then we have the problem of there being no game when you do approach me. So I don't know who's gonna fix this, but it doesn't need to be women. It's literally men's job to approach people, in my opinion. And
It's a whose job? Not this only applies to conventionally good looking guys. You know, the guys who are considered good looking, women find them, if they're the ones making the approaching, that is considered cute. But if he's the not so good looking guy, it's gonna be considered creepy. Then 2 seconds later, you're gonna see your face on YouTube or hear, um, see a TikTok about you, or there's no winning when it comes to men. I don't know.
in my world that I live in. So up your failure tolerance, try it out, do some rejection therapy. Like, you can handle it. Like, going up to a beautiful woman should not be the hardest thing you've ever done. Unless it's me, then it probably will be.
Anyway, so who even made the rule that men are the ones to approach women, not the other way around? If you're feeling so, if women were so okay with rejection, why are they not the ones approaching men? If you want to go with the logic of, oh, you need to do rejection therapy or something, let's use that logic, because I don't see where a handbook that says, oh, men are the ones to approach women. I do not see that. So let's not sit on social media and say things like that. I mean, if a man wants to approach a woman and be like, yo, I think you're cute, I want to get to know you, that's totally fine. And I always advise most men to do it. I don't do it on a regular because I'm quite picky and little things about people irritate me. But then again, it's like if you see someone you like, approach them. If you're a woman and you like someone, approach them. No, you're not gonna die. If you're so good at taking rejection, that shouldn't be a problem, right? What you're ditching out, you should be able to receive that. Now let's get back into the video because I can yap about this topic all day.
Okay, I just got back from the club and I hate that the most ugly men have the most confidence. Like the fine
Now you see what I'm talking about? She said the most ugly men have the most confidence. The most ugly men have the most confidence? Okay.
men never come up to me. I had at least 3 men come up to me and I just wasn't interested in any of them. Like I'm fine. And that the men that come up to me are not fine. Like, bro.
Okay, I'm not paying for no.
Eve Online is a vast...
What the fuck?
Silly flyer walking down the street. I'm not even going to say hot take because I know it's not a hot take. What the hell is going on with 2025 dating? My biggest gripe, the men are not approaching. They're not approaching. They're just keeping to themselves. Maybe we'll give you one look, but barely even that. Nobody's approaching, okay? And I'm
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you short, Miss Ma'am. So this is the thing, bro. Maybe this problem is just within the US because dating in the US is for the man, it's never a win. And the US has made it so weird for people. Stop jumping like that. What the hell? So, the US has made it so weird for people to be in a relationship with this mindset, with this, and it's way deeper than what people just think it is. And I don't want to get into the political side of things, but then again, it's just like, why would a man approach you? He's going to be the one to court you. He's going to be the one to pay for dates. He's going to be the one to make sure you're okay. And some of these women come with packages where it's like they already expect you to pay bills. Like I saw a video of this woman saying, if you're texting me good morning, your good morning should be, have you eaten? Oh, this is money for you to go get food. Is your hair done? That is the conversation she entertains. Now, when you hear people talking like that, nobody wants to approach a burden. It's like I'm chasing a burden. I want to chase you, talk to you, and end up spending money on you. That don't make no fucking sense. And this, most women these days, not all of them. I'm not gonna say most women. I'm gonna say everybody. Most people these days are so dense. They cannot hold a conversation. They don't know what to say. It's what are you doing? Oh, what is your favorite color? What is your zodiac? Ask me about my zodiac sign one more time. I'll shoot. I was. I would do something bad to you. I'm not playing. I'm just not gonna talk because that don't make no sense. People don't even know how to communicate no more. It's always, what are you doing? What is this? Now you have women like this when they sit and they say, oh, men are this, men are that, because you make it like that. Even if a man approaches you and he's not good looking, the way you speak to him is disrespectful. Now, someone sees that on YouTube or a young kid growing up sees that and they're like, damn, I'm not taking that embarrassment. Now they don't want to approach you. Now you're sitting here complaining about it. And you have some of them. So I'm just yapping too much, man.
I'm going out of my way. I'll have a little smile, feet pointed out. I'm open. I'm ready to accept. Does not work. Does not work.
How about you just approach him? How about you just tell him like I find you attractive? You want to grab something? Once you give a man the hint like you're feeling him, he's probably gonna do the work if he actually likes you. If he doesn't, it's gonna.
Work. And the dating apps, that's a no for me. That is a no. So, is there something else?
I keep hearing go to happy hour, go out by yourself, like don't be with a group of women because men intimidate and they won't approach you. But seriously speaking, like have y'all been out recently and a guy has come up to you and introduced himself to you and just been kind? I feel like men are just not menning anymore. Like
Men are not menning anymore because they're not looking in her direction anymore. You know, there's a thing, they always say you hit the wall. All right. So I don't know how old this lady is, but it's like she done hit about that 35 going on number. But you do hit a certain point where guys may not be looking in that direction as much. And you need to accept that. Because she making it seem like it's the men's fault.
From a guy's perspective, is it weird if
Okay, let me speak on this and what this guy said. It's again, I agree to that to a certain degree, but it's not 100% true. Why? Because most women, like you see women these days that are 35, they're 40s, they're in their 50s, they don't look it. They're too good looking to be for you to even think that they're old. So it's not even their age that is limiting them from being approached. It's how they carry themselves, it's who they hang with, it's how talk. It's like when you hear someone, most of these people these days, the way they speak, clock it. Per
If a girl were to approach you and be like, hey, I think you're really attractive. Like, my name is so and so. Because today, I seen these two gentlemen. They came in the coffee shop as I was working, and they were very attractive men. And we made eye contact and all of that. But I didn't know if, like, it would be weird if I went up to them and would have been like, hey, like, I think you're really cute. Like, is that, would you guys appreciate that? I don't know.
Why don't you try it?
that is not weird. That is very much welcomed. I'm sure every guy would like that. Because these days you don't know when someone is giving you the hint. You don't know when they're just looking at you like you're just you are a mistake, you are a test, you know? It's just you never know when someone is giving you the green light to talk to them. And you have to proceed with caution these days. You have to.
And find out.
Women should be approaching men in this climate. Why? Because people and men tend to come off creepy when they're trying to initiate conversation with a woman that they're attracted to and interested in, right? And it's oftentimes uninvited and unwanted by women. So let's flip the script here, shall we? Let's have the women opening the door and approaching men and then allowing them to pursue once that door and that invitation has been opened. Does that make sense to y'all? Because that just makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me, but then again, it's most women are gonna call you the pick me. They're gonna say men are acting sassy. They're gonna say men are princess. Men are not manning anymore. But then again, they're gonna sit back and be like, "Oh my God, I wish I had a man." Men are not manning anymore because you've seen videos of guys being recorded at a gym, guys being recorded at a gym, calling them creeps, saying, "Oh, he was looking at me." He likes what he's seen. Why are you feeling uncomfortable that he's looking at you? He looked at you because he liked what he's seen. But now, if it is looking at you in a weird way, that is quite understandable. But most of those videos you've seen is just a man will literally just glance and be like, "Oh." You know how you see someone and you glance, you look at them, just the first look like, "Oh, she good looking." Then you go about your business, right? But then again, these days you never know when you're going to be a topic of a conversation somewhere or be a YouTube lab rat someday. So please, if you see a man you like, let him know, "Hey, I find you attractive." And if that guy likes you, he's going to be the one to do everything from there. This is my advice. If you find someone attractive, stop playing hard to get because nobody have time for that. Nobody's gonna chase you. Yeah, nobody is going to chase you to spend money on you. It's not gonna happen. If you give someone like because I've seen women do things for people they like, very questionable human beings, and women would do anything for those people. But when it comes to a guy they don't like, they want to put them through all these challenges. You have to do A, B, and Z, the 95 days, the 3 months to Biko. You want to do that? They go and do that somewhere else with someone. I beg. Come on, Jogo do it with someone with some person. No, that not here. We don't. No, we don't do that here. All right. We like no. If you feel like you want to play mind games, too grown for that. Please go do that somewhere else.
Test that theory.
I'm down on my luck, she's turning a page.
I'm falling in love, she's running away.
I matched with this hottie on Hinge. I say, where's our first date? I shoot him a shot, right? He says, you tell me. I say, you can't Uno reverse card me. He said, it's already been done. Like, this is such lazy chatting. I say, well, I don't know if I die well. Show me a cool cocktail bar. Speakeasy vibes? Like, I'm setting it all up for him. Like, he doesn't have to figure anything out. He says Stone Street. Like, I'm supposed to know what that is. So now I have to go Google. Cute. I think I've been there. What's your schedule? Like, I can't even get the decency of a full sentence. Schedule's insane. Work crazy hours.
Okay, this I understand. You know, I get her frustration. I get her frustration. Now you do. Now, women, do you understand how it feels when a guy is talking to you and you're giving them the one word response? Maybe the guy is not even feeling you. Maybe this guy is not feeling this lady in this case. You get. But I would appreciate if you just let them know, yo, I'm not feeling you, and just keep it pushing. Don't drag it. Don't do all this. It's not necessary, to be honest. If you're not feeling someone, let them know. Politely decline them, man or woman. Hey, I appreciate you doing this, but I'm not feeling you. But just because people want someone to massage their ego, stroke their ego, make them feel good, they want to keep them around. That to me just says you're insecure. You're just insecure, you're inconsiderate. You're you're not emotionally intelligent, and I don't think you should be looking for a man. You should be looking for a therapist if you behave like that.
Cool, you're really making me work for this. What every girl dreams for. I'm done with men.
I'm not pretty. I'm naturally pleasant or friendly.
I put makeup on just for this date, so it better go well.
You put who? Is it the filter or okay?
And I'm not posting this probably if it doesn't. It did not go well. Truthfully, it lasted less than 2 minutes. I walked up, he gave me a hug and said, "Are you hungry? Let's go inside." We went inside. He said, "Actually, can you step outside for a minute?" I stepped back outside and he said, "I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not feeling it." So I walked to my car, came back home. Dating when you're fat sucks.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now this is the thing. Um, he was quite respectful. He welcomed you, he gave you a hug, and he brought you outside and said, "I'm not feeling this." That was quite respectful. And honesty, and honestly, you have to give him props for that. But when you say dating when you're fat is difficult, I don't think that's a problem. Maybe you just didn't really communicate with him or show him enough pictures of you for him to be like, you know what, you're not, yeah. But you took that like, you took it like a champ, and we applaud you for that. But I don't think it's because you're fat. It's just not, you're not just his type, okay?
I think she's cute. I just think that maybe he felt like you were a different version of yourself. And he did it very respectfully. A lot of women would get on here on TikTok and trash a man because he lied about his height when he was 5'10" and he said he was 6 foot. So, I mean, it happens to men too.
So the thing is I feel like men underestimate how irresistible they are when they actually have the ability and intelligence to move on with their lives. Like, when a woman realizes that she's not that special to you, she's not that important to you, that's when she starts to think about how important and special you are to her. Think about it. With the type of women that you date, with some women, when you care about them, they don't care about you. They care.
Dating in America is
Okay, I get her point, and I agree with her 1000%, because I just think, again, being okay with rejection, you should be able to, um, it's like a job interview. If you go for the job interview and they don't give you the offer, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna mourn, cry, and throw tantrums around because you didn't get the job? No. You're going to go back to the drawing board, do it again, and keep trying to get what you're looking for, right? So if a girl rejects you or that's something you don't like, I think it's okay for you to just be like, you know what? I find her attractive, but she doesn't find me attractive. Let's keep it pushing. Personally, what I do is I just tell myself, hey, you did what you were supposed to do. Now the other person isn't feeling it. You have no control over that. Worry about what you can control and what you cannot control. Let it be. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just shoot your shot. But sometimes pride and ego kind of takes control, which is something you have to really, as a man, you have to really work on that. You have to understand you're not going to win all the battles, or you're not going to make all the shots you take. Some of them are going to be air balls. Some of them are going to hit the backboard. Some of them are going to spin around the rim like that. Like, and those are the people who play you. Nothing's gonna go in. You're gonna play, it's gonna spin around, spin around, spin around. And yeah. So listen, take your rejection with your head high. Go back to the drawing board.
Dead for women. Unfortunately, they are not quick to understand America is dead for women.
Care about them. They don't care about you. They care.
Dating in America is dead for women. Unfortunately, they are not quick to understand that men are walking away from dating. Men are spending more time on their hobbies. They're spending time on their purpose. They're spending time settling down with traditional foreign women. Passport Bros movement is in full swing and it's gaining traction. So, unfortunately, American women are going to have to understand that dating is not coming back anytime soon. No, guys aren't paying.
I mean, I mentioned that earlier, but then again, it is more like, don't get me wrong, there's still good women in America. There are good women everywhere, and there are bad women everywhere. There are good guys everywhere, and there are bad guys everywhere. But the thing is majority, because when we're speaking of people, it's mostly the majority. We're not speaking about the minority. The majority of women in the US are, I mean, we do not have enough we don't have enough statistics to go off that. But based on what social media is telling us, because that is like the driving engine when it comes to information, it's social media. Now, if we're going based off social media, it's pretty much going downhill. It's not going up. People in the US do not want to get married no more. It's just going down because you get married, the next minute is a divorce. Someone is trying to get your half of your things they did not work for. And these are the things that a lot of people are trying to avoid, especially men. Women too go through these things. Don't get me wrong, women go through these things. So let's just I just think people need to find their person, man.
Paying to take you out and all this other nonsense. At the very best, you're going to get some hookups. And at the very worst, you're going to be dying alone.
Ramon 91 or 8691 said, and just mention a prenup and watch them run.
Did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 24 hours? That's right. Only 24 hours and your new smile is ready. And with a
I just feel like men don't approach women anymore, and it's like, I get it, like each man has their own reasons, but I feel like I don't even see that anymore. And like, men will stare at women, they're probably finding them attractive, like making eye contact, but they never like approach women anymore. And like,
Uh, I mean, that's how you feel, and your feelings are valid. we validate feelings over here. However, I can't see from afar. I'm having problems. When you're getting old, you start having problems seeing from afar. So sometimes I'm just looking, I'm not even seeing what I'm looking, but sometimes people think you're looking at, I can't see. So,
Like, I'm genuinely wondering a lot why, like what makes a man not want to approach a woman? Like, is it because they're resting phase?
are you kidding me? Is that a question, or I hate when people act. I hate when people act so oblivious to things. Anyway,
Is it like, can someone please tell me, like, in their own point of view, like what makes a man not want to approach a woman? Like, I feel like, especially as in Moroccan, like, I am a North African woman, or some people say Arab, like, we want to be approached, we're feminine, we want a masculine man in our life. So what is, like, the real reason a man's not approaching?
Another woman with another coping mechanism in the comments, she says, I think the pandemic messed everything up. It was never like this before. Well, maybe, because maybe during the pandemic, a lot of women got online talking about nonsense. Men saw it and they said, okay, when it's time to go back outside, we're going to stay in and keep that retirement fund rolling.
A third of men, 33%, a little over a third, of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. So I've got a question for the men. So my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done.
I'm seeing more and more of these videos, and honestly, it makes me sad because guys have told women why. We've made it very clear why we're walking away. And we're walking away in droves, and it's only going to get worse because you're not hearing why we're walking away. It's very simple. Don't read between the lines. Hear these words. There is absolutely no benefit anymore to being in a relationship with a woman for a man. None. Zero. Zilch. Especially.
no, I disagree. I totally disagree. Being African, if you couldn't tell, yeah, if you can't tell if I'm African or not, I believe there's still great women out here, you know, and those women are going to give you the benefits, provide you great benefits of being with a woman, especially someone who loves you and wants the best for you and wants to have a family with you. And that is not just gonna come by being Mr. I'm too great. It's gonna take a lot of work. Have I messed up before? Yes. Do I think my person is out here? But, at the end of the day, it's more, I just think there's still good women out here. I just don't want to be one of those red pill guys like, oh my God, no. Nah, I'm not doing that. There's still good guys out here, good women out here, and you just got to have the discernment. You have to pray. You have to ask God to direct you, to give you the wisdom and the discernment to be able to find someone who is really for you. You get me? So all these online games, man, I'm tired of them.
Especially when you consider the risk compared to any potential reward. Roughly 55% of marriages end in divorce, and the guy loses everything. Add into it all the relationships where they weren't married, and the guy lost access to his kids and had to pay mountains of child support, and so on. When you really look at it, there's less than a 1 in 4 chance of having a successful relationship. Would you risk?
If a man leaves the relationship, he's never coming back. Let me cook for a second. A man will cheat on you. A man will shut down emotionally on you. A man will shut down physically on you. A man will cuss you out. A man might even grip you up. But when a man leaves, men don't leave. When a man leaves, it is over. in every single way. And if he's leaving you, that's because he found something to replace you. He found something that he feels like in his heart is better than you, because men don't leave relationships to be alone. Because men don't believe that healing alone is the way that you get over a relationship. We believe that getting on top of another woman and building with another woman is how you get over a relationship. That's why we always get into relationships faster than women and get over past relationships faster than women.
No, no, no. I totally disagree. No. The reason it seems like men move too quick from a breakup or something is because men do not express their emotions. I can tell you, most men go through hurt. They get hurt in a breakup more than women. Women are just good at showing their emotions. Women are just good at speaking and telling the world how hurt this person hurt them, and the world is there to sympathize with them, to understand you are a woman, and to cater to their feelings. But men, on the other hand, if I sit with the guys, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm really hurt. The guys will be like, nigga, toughen up. You get me? Like, you're not supposed to be doing that, which is not entirely okay. But then again, we get hurt more than women. Feel pain more than women. And for us to move on, it's not going to be easy to move on from a good woman, someone who was treating you right, someone you think was a good woman. Because it's not always, breakups are not always bad. Sometimes it's like we love each other, but love is not enough for us to work. You get, like, we need more than that. So it's not always, oh my God, the guy's moving on. No, the guy is looking on someone to, you know, to sex on, to see if they can. It's what are the stages of grief again? Let's see. So I know one is denial, one is um uh did I spell that right? Yeah, I think I would assume. So yes, you have denial, you have anger, you have bargaining, then you have depression, and you have acceptance. So most men, when they leave a relationship or when there's a breakup, this is the phase we're in, which is denial. You're not really You're not fully grasping what just happened, so you're still in denial. You're like, damn, no, this did not. So again, then there's the anger. There's the part where everything to you just, that's when the gym, you see that person in the gym with a hood on, that lifting everything. This is the anger stage. Then the bargaining stage, it's like it's like some people want to go back to their exes. They want to see if they can, they can work it back. Then the depression, it finally hits, like, damn, she really doesn't want me back, you know? So that is it. This is how it ends. Now it fully hits you, like, okay, I guess I have to figure it out and move on from this person. And this might take a year, two, more than that for that to happen. Then once this the final stage, which is acceptance, it's like, okay, this happened. I take it and I'm gonna deal with this. Now they figure out how they want to deal with it. Now it might be, okay, I finally accepted the fact that this is ended. Let me move on by maybe chasing my dreams or getting with someone else. And I normally don't advise people to just get with someone else. Why? Because hurt people. If you're not fully healed, you're gonna hurt someone. You're not gonna understand. In most cases, you have to really take the time to work on yourself, because if you don't really know what love is, by loving you more and understanding you as a person, you wouldn't be able to really understand what love is. You wouldn't be able to accept love even if it was coming your way because you don't know what it is. Maybe you're used to chaos as love. Maybe you're used to all these nasty things as love. You'd never know what it is. So you're going to accept anything as love just because it feels right. No, you have to work on yourself to understand you as a person. Once you do that, then from there, you're going to be like, you know what? This is what I want. And anything besides this, I'm not taking it. That's how you get to really find the person that you're looking for. All right? So let's stop with all those things we just see on the internet.
Because before we leave, 9 times out of 10, we already got somebody to fill your shoes.
That is not true. That is not true.
So if you're dealing with a man and he left,
I think here he is reversing the rules. When a woman is leaving you, there's always a replacement. That in nine in most cases, let me not put a number to it. In most cases, there's always a replacement. Before a woman leaves you, there's always someone he's been looking at. A man will not leave you thinking, oh, there's a replacement because, for example, let me give you an example. A man would cheat on you with someone, but they will never want to be with that person. For a woman to cheat on you with someone, that person is up here. That person is above you because women date up the chain. They don't date down the food chain. They date up. So for her to cheat on you with this person, maybe she's looking like, oh, this person has this, you do not have it. Now, if I sleep with this person, if I sleep with this person and this person is actually good, I'm gonna leave you and go to this person. You get me? Now, if they sleep with this person and it's not what it is, or the person is not who they thought they were, they're gonna come back because, the grass is not always greener on the other side. So they left you and they were going to the greener pasture. They didn't know it was not all that. It was just fake. Now they're coming back to you. That's what happens. But with a guy, they would cheat with this person, even if the person is a 10. This person does not have what their girlfriend has. So now they cheat with this person, they'll come back to you. Even if that cheating with this person, they do not have the intentions of being with this person because this is who they want. This is their peace. That's why I always say people say, oh, I can still love you 1000% and cheat on you. No. If I really love you, like I say I do or I did, I wouldn't cheat on you. There's infatuation. People love you conditionally. I get it. That condition, when it's not there no more, they start looking for what to replace that condition. Someone to replace. So these things people just say, no, you're reversing the
that's
rules.
over, baby. Respectfully.
I do agree with what he said that damn, I'm yapping too much, but then again, I'm passionate when it comes to certain things. So if you're here watching this video, that is because we want us to just talk about how we feel about certain things. So in this situation, for a man to leave you, you probably must have done something. Like there is no ounce of love in that man for you. So that's why he's leaving and he's never coming back. He's never going to come back. So I do agree with what he said. If a guy is leaving you, he's never coming back. But the other parts, no, I don't agree to that.
And I'll add this, a lot of men don't even need a replacement. The replacement is not having to spend money on you no more.
Men aren't really putting out effort. They're not putting out any type of effort like they used to.
Well, a lot of them have said the juice ain't worth the squeeze. I mean, I've literally had men say that verbatim in my comment section. Women who told me, they're like, it's just not worth, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. The amount of effort that it requires to actually connect with these women no longer even, it's not worth it. Because you do all this extra effort, you want to do all these different things, and then half of y'all just want a dinner date. Half of y'all just want your food paid for because you can't afford your own food.
And most of them just want a place to take pictures. Because everything is for social media these days. That's why when I sit with someone and they're like, yo, what happened? I haven't seen you. I don't need social media. Sometimes I get off social media for months, months and months and months. It's not something that I really needed to feel like I'm alive or life is not about the Instagram reels and all those things. Like, no, come on. It's not. Personally, it's not like that for me. So, I don't know about you, but that's not just me. So these people, most women sacrifice their peace of mind, free time to sit and reflect and learn something about yourself. They want to go on a date with someone they don't even like for free food and take pictures. Disgusting.
Guy in the comments goes to Nubis says, imagine putting forth effort just to pay her bills, then get cheated on and left with no money. BD Knight said it's a simple cost benefit calculation. Why in the world would we choose drama? Geo says effort is code for weaponized leverage. Exactly. I keep on saying that. You guys, y'all think that a man is going to continue after a certain point in time just to be out here risking it all. That's not in a man's nature. Y'all say things and do things intentionally or unintentionally to get a man off his game. But once a man sits down, gets back around his boys or his support system, and they get him back straight, he's like, you know what? I appreciate y'all. That's never going to happen to me again. And at that point in time, you can't play in his face anymore. And so y'all wondering why men don't approach anymore. That's why. Because they know you playing games. They can see you from a mile away.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this
No,
free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down.
don't care.
And now you're going to have to fend for yourself.
Yes, I actually can believe that, and let's get into this one. So this girl who is sitting there making the world's angriest face says, "Can you believe it? I'm sitting here alone at Beer Garden in Boston, and not a single guy has come up to me. What the heck?" I love this thing that girls do whenever I do see the occasional video of a girl that's like, "Can you believe it? Like, no guys are talking to me." Like, they make it seem like they don't also have a mouth. Because, of course, several people made the comments that I'm about to make, but one person said, "Why would someone want to bother a stranger?" And she says, "I believe it's called socializing. I could be wrong." Says the person who won't get up and talk to anybody. And then there's actually a girl in the comments that says, "Yeah, socializing has gone down the drain, unfortunately." Have you tried speaking to anybody? Are you just going to sit there angry with your beer in your hand and then make a TikTok, saying that you never got approached? This reminds me a lot of the video where that girl was complaining that nobody helped her move her furniture when she was like, I guess, like just struggling carrying her furniture and there was men around. And then she acted like she
What a man can do, a woman can do better.
physically doesn't have a voice and couldn't be like, "Hey, can you help me?" Like, these girls will sit there angry making a TikTok sipping their beer instead of just going up to somebody and saying like, "Hey, what's your name?" You do understand a large reason why men aren't approaching is because we have been told that a lot of women don't want us to speak to them, so we're just being safe. I don't know why so many girls are so embarrassed to have to just say a couple words first instead of making a
Side note, off topic. God damn, my boy. What is happening with your eyebrows? Jesus Christ, they are thick, man. Are those damn?
TikTok about it. To answer your question, yes, I absolutely believe that nobody approached you at Beer Garden. I wouldn't expect anything less, but that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
Men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? The masculinity on earth has diminished.
Y'all ducked this hole for yourselves, man. Man was approaching y'all. Y'all told us stop.
Men are really terrified out here, bro, of being labeled as a creep and being inappropriate or like
Getting embarrassed in public. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I mean, end up viral because you want to ask the woman out in the most respectful way, like you know what I mean. So I think men are just choosing their peace at the end of the day, like, and we're not gonna go out our way unless we know that it's 100%. You know how field goal percentage? And the field goal percentage got to
be 100.
So we ain't just taking those like low field goal percentage shots.
And this is a spirit of delusion amongst women that I discuss often on my page. You should definitely check it out. I don't know what video you were watching, but love, what you just said is not how that video went. Let me remind you.
Bitches now they can't even take their shoes off inside of the club because they're like this talking to me.
What do you mean? Like what?
I said, get the fuck out my face, right?
What do you mean?
Get the fuck out my face.
What you mean?
Now, what she should have done as a lady, as a pretty girl.
Now they say the worst she can do is say no.
You say, "No, sir. No, sir, I'm good. No, thank you." and commits to getting up and walking away. And of course, men, they're going to follow. Just continue to say no, sir. After the second or third no, he's going to walk away. So the issue is
Not always true. I get what you're saying, ma'am, but some men, let's not just act as if, because me, I am someone who likes to, I'm not just someone who just goes, I'm not on that bandwagon thing. Just everybody wants to just, oh my God. No. There are some men out here who are weird, who are perverts, who are not good at taking rejection. So I do understand sometimes when a woman is recording just in case something happens to her, but I also, and I also agree with you saying that the least you can do is just be respectful with your rejection. Like, hey, no, sir, I have a man. No, sir, I'm not in the place. I don't want to talk to you. I don't find you attractive. But if you're being respectful about that and someone is still harassing you, that is quite different. But if you're being all wretched and mean and rude, no, I tell you, get my face. Like,
a lot of y'all live in this world of delusion because a lot of y'all actually don't get hit on by men, so you don't know how it actually works. Most men aren't going to grab you and choke you up and body slam you for rejecting them. That's not how it goes, okay? When you disrespect the man, 9 times out of 10, you get disrespected back. In this case, this man kept his composure the entire time and did not disrespect her. Now, did she put his face card in front of a bunch of people? Probably, because you're sitting right here embarrassing him in front of a bunch of people and recording it. Why? If he was to do her that way, it would have been an uproar amongst women. Stop living vicariously through other women on the internet. I know you don't get men to talk to you, so you don't quite understand how it works. Live a little longer.
Unless you've been living under a rock by now, you have heard. A lot of women are complaining that they, for whatever reason, cannot seem to get men to approach anymore, especially in the gym. Now, ladies, I'm quite sure you're wondering, why have all of my efforts come up short? I mean, I come in, I have my hair pulled back, have makeup on, have a halter top with my midriff showing. I got on the tightest shorts or spandex that I can possibly find. I even have them hiked up so that way they're actually going into my butt crack. I mean, you've done everything that you can do. You've engaged in every attention-seeking exercise known to man, and this guy still won't even look your way. It's because you nasty. Y'all don't be wiping the equipment off. Bruh, nothing is more disgusting in the world than watching a woman use the equipment and then watching her entitled ass get off of it without wiping it down. You're disgusting. And you wonder why you can't get a man. Nobody want to deal with that. You think that we don't got eyes? We be looking at you too, be like, damn, shorty look good as hell. Damn, her ass fat as I don't know what. Damn, she looking good. She killing that. And then we watch you sweat all over the equipment and then get off and walk away and never come back. You nasty man. But that's just my opinion. Love to know yours. Drop a like, comment, share this video. And you already know.
all right, for the gym thing, um, again, I don't really care what people say. I don't really, people are allowed to say what they want. Your opinions are valid to you. Does that mean I'm going to react to them? No. Does that mean I should give them any time and attention? No. So what I'm trying to say is this. The gym culture these days. I went to the gym yesterday and I saw someone. Again, you can. That's why when I get into the gym, my head is down. I do what I'm doing and I get out because you don't want to end up being in another video somewhere. Oh, look at that creepy guy looking at me. When you are half naked in the gym, like you have this thing here. you have shorts that are going into your butt crack. Your camel toe is literally in everybody's face. Then they've started this weird workout where they sit on a machine. Why?
Okay, so let's talk about the time that I got ghosted on an actual date. He just kind of just left. Story time, if you hadn't caught it. Ventures in Dating. We're back. I'm not in my cars, you know. I just happen to be in my bedroom this time. We love it. Yes. Anyway, so decided to meet this person online, of course. Where else do I meet people? Because I don't meet them at the grocery store, the gym, museums, on the street, wherever. I said what I said. Anyway, so meet this guy, talking this, you know, talking his talk or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Meet this guy, people, because
What did you even say? Because I can't.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
Okay, I didn't hear anything you said because this, when you see someone talking and doing this and doing, what am I listening to? Are you, if you're talking and just doing a little bit of hand gestures, that is quite understandable, and that actually gets someone to understand the conversation. But when you're talking, you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing this.
Okay, so let's talk about the time that I got ghosted on an actual date. He just kind of just left. Story time, if you hadn't caught it. Ventures in Dating. We're back. I'm not in my cars, you know. I just happen to be in my bedroom this time. We love it. Yes. Anyway, so decided to meet this person online, of course. Where else do I meet people? Because I don't meet them at the grocery store, the gym, museums, on the street, wherever. I said what I said. Anyway, so meet this guy, talking this, you know, talking his talk or whatever, blah, 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 blah. He's like, hey, let's meet in person, but let's go on a hike. So, me to go on this hike, had to pay for parking, had an attitude, decided I'm going to go, you know, it's a nice little trail in this place. Drove 30 minutes. It's fine, whatever, it's fine. I'm going to hike, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to get my cardio early on a Saturday or Sunday morning, something like that. So we go, meet up, couldn't find each other. Parking lot was really vast. So I'm just like, okay. We meet up. I guess I didn't meet his specifications. We had video chatted, sent pictures, etc. The things that you do when you meet online. Get there and he's just like, hey, just like abruptly, he's just like, I gotta go get my bag. I was like, what? He's like, I gotta go get my bag. Huh? Yeah, I gotta go get my bag out the car. I'll be back. 2-3 minutes pass by, 5 pass by, 10 minutes pass by. I call him and I'm just like, where are you? Didn't answer. Sent a text, didn't answer. I'm standing there. Still doesn't answer. I eventually get the hint that I have been left jilted, if you will, in the middle of a date. Of course, I was embarrassed. I was angry because I paid my money for my parking. But then I also decided to have a change of heart and go on the hike anyway. So I went through, looked at these amazing trails, saw wildlife, nature. It was beautiful outside, got some fresh air. I did have a little talk with Jesus because I was like, this is foul, Lord. I wouldn't do this to somebody on a date unless I felt in danger, etc. And on top of that, dude was not attractive. And you leave me, you left.
Now this is the thing. Sometimes they say men do not know how to act to take rejection. That's what you guys say. Men do not know how to take rejection. But now let me ask you a question. What she just said, dude was not attractive to leave me. Why did you go on a date with him if he wasn't attractive again? Because you guys always have this lame ass excuses. He wasn't all that. You were broke anyway. You had a little DICK anyway. What is the point? I mean, you still went out with him. You still let him crack. what do you think that is gonna do? Because I'm trying to understand what when you say things like that, what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to hurt his feelings, or you're just trying to let people know you're hurt? Because hurt people, you know. But I do feel bad for her. I do sympathize with her that she got left like that. That's something I wouldn't do now. That's something I wouldn't do now, you know. But again, sorry.
Level order is on the, okay, got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it?
We're fine. We're fine.
Are you?
But it's just a lesson that, things happen. People are rude. People are inconsiderate. People will waste your time. People will cost you money. I know I keep talking. It was only $5. But still, I had an attitude. I was like, wow. Wow. I never shared it with any of my friends because I was just kind of embarrassed. But it is one of those things that happens. Another adventure in my dating life that has happened. But we live, we learn, we move on. Love you. Bye.
So basically, you gave him a chance. Basically, you were doing him a favor. You know, I don't think that he should have walked off in the middle of the date. He could have just said, I'm not feeling this. But the entitlement that really comes from you guys thinking that men should be so grateful and men have the privilege of taking you out. Who are you? That doesn't go against you having self-confidence and self-respect. But other than that, be humble.
One of the most common things I hear from women is that they're like, when I go out, I don't get approached, guys don't approach me, blah, 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 blah. But I want to just tell you a story. And I always say that it's the energy that you put out, it's your posture, it's how you put yourself together, it's your spirit. All of those things really matter, right? The most important thing that matters, though, is your spirit. If you have an ugly spirit, if you have a spirit that has low self-esteem, lacking confidence, all of that stuff, like all of that stuff is just not going to get you any attention from nobody. I get attention and compliments and people are drawn to me everywhere I go, no matter what I have on. But it's because of the energy and the aura that I bring. For example, I was at a restaurant here recently, actually, with two of my good girlfriends, and there was two other young ladies sitting next to us. And while these ladies were absolutely gorgeous, nothing wrong with them whatsoever, I noticed that their energy and their attitudes were just not welcoming, right? So they weren't welcoming to me, but they definitely weren't welcoming to any other men. So me and my girlfriends, we're over there, we're laughing, we're smiling, we're having a good time being our natural selves. We're not thinking about anybody, but everybody is literally drawn to us, okay? Literally drawn to us. And I say that because people who are happy, have high self-esteem, have confidence, got their heart right, all of that stuff, you naturally just attract people in general. But if you have low self-esteem, low confidence, your heart is ugly, your spirit ain't right, or whatever is going on inside you that is just out of alignment with God for period, you have to make sure you get all of that stuff together. Some women are physically attractive on the outside and they get attention because of how they look, but then men hate them after they get to know them. Then there are women who you're like, dang, how did she get that guy? And it's because her spirit, her energy, her aura, her personality, her confidence, all of that stuff stood out and made her more attractive. So while I do agree, you need to make sure that you're putting yourself together. You need to dress for your body type. You need to learn how to do makeup that fits your skin. And I'm not saying you got to be caked up and all of that stuff. Like, you can do a minimal beat. Most days people think I have on foundation and I do not. I take care of my skin. And you can do a little blush, a little lip, whatever. Get your lashes done, etc. You don't have to really do much, but you need to make sure that when you walk out the house that you feel good as well as look good. And if you are in a season in your life where you're trying to get your insides together, sit the season out. Go ahead and take the time to get your heart right, your mind right, your spirit right. Get back in alignment with God and what His promises for you, so that when you do put yourself back out there in the world, not only will men be attracted to you, but opportunities will be attracted to you. Your blessings will flow easier. All of this stuff works together. It was a girl I on TikTok today. She studies neuroscience and she also is a believer, but she made a very good point. She was saying that the people that are full of favor are the people that actually did what God said. Seek the kingdom of God. And she broke it down another way that made just so much sense, but nonetheless, she said their focus was different. The more that you seek God and fall into alignment with Him, favor and blessings, opportunities, everything that's supposed to come to you is going to come to you. I don't know who this was for, but I hope it helped.
Amen to that. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is wisdom. That is, we love to hear that.
A lot of these women spend their time being the worst version of a human being. Forget themselves. They spend most of their time being the worst version of somebody, of a woman. Why don't men approach? Because you're the when somebody thinks about a woman and what they should be, their dream, not even a dream woman at this point in time, when they think of how a normal human being should be, you don't come to mind. You come to mind for the worst. You come to mind for somebody who's going to be a problem. And men tend to avoid problems. You know, you see videos like this and you're like,
That is not true at all. Sorry to cut you short, brother, but that is not true. The thing is, why is she even standing? The thing is, this is what happens when men speak. Women say they are too emotional. Not women, females say they are too emotional. They say, toughen up, you're a man. Um, women listen, most women listen to respond, not to understand. And when you get into a heated argument or anything with a woman, they throw your vulnerabilities back to your face. Now, the only thing to do is shut down. When it's time to leave, they leave. And you sit here and you say,
man, some of these guys can be real jerks because men can be sometimes. But I think what you're dealing with is a lot of times some of these women just want to do what they want to do. They want to wear what they want to wear. They want to say what they want to say. And this, oh, he didn't communicate. He just walked out like none of it mattered. Did he try to communicate? Did he try to say, hey, I don't like you doing this. I don't want you doing that. I think you and me are exclusive. We're in a relationship. So maybe you shouldn't say this or do this or go here or go there. You know, and even taking the man's side or taking her side, you can kind of say, dang, he sucked for that. But then you see stuff like this. You got to arch your back, be out on the waterfalls. You know, you got a cute dog pic right here. Why not more of that?
is that what breed is it? Is it a lab or a Sharpei? Because that's how my dog looked when I got her. That's how Maya looked.
Why not more of those types of pictures? You know, cute photo. You know, you'll see you got your behind angled towards the camera. You know, another cute photo out with friends, doing your thing. Then you got something a little bit more seductive. Talking about mental health awareness. I don't see how that coincides, but okay. You know, another nice pic out here with, you know,
Right.
celebrating somebody else. Great for you. Love that. Congratulations to them. And then you got a pic like this.
Okay, sir, can you take
You
this?
got something like that. And your man is going to be in. Gotta have who covered up, but I look cute. You guys don't need your behind out there. You really don't. If you want a man to know who you are, if you want a man to say, listen, I think I could go forever with you, y'all got to start cleaning up y'all's image. This is a nice pic. What's wrong with this? Why not? The great photos. This looks, I don't know what that is, but might be good. You're in a bar, okay, I'd see you, whatever, you on a trip, you're showing your trip, great, fantastic. Out with your friends, fantastic, love it. This is the type of stuff that we should see. Fast food, great. We should see this type of stuff. The butt shot, okay, if that's what you want to do, it's great. Out to eat with somebody, another butt shot.
Okay, all right. I think this brings me to the end. Sometimes men are communicating, but women are not listening. Sometimes women are communicating, men are not listening. Men just don't. Women Men communicate, women don't listen. Women communicate, men don't care. Most. We're speaking about majority, not the minority. There's still people out here who communicate. Emotional intelligence is there. They communicate properly. And we do applaud and appreciate humans, people like that. And the other ones who are just shitheads, change, work on yourself. And guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate you for being here. If you made it this far, please do not forget to like the video, comment, and if you want to share it with your friend, I appreciate that. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.